Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT, where we will spend 15 minutes helping you create a daily movement habit. Today, we are going to focus on spine and hips. So we're going to start off warming our hips up, getting into our hip car position, hands clasped together. And we're going to start off by pulling our knee to our chest. This is hip flexion. Opening up into abduction. Again, when we're doing our cars, we're going to go nice, slow, and controlled. Internal rotation, rotating that ankle behind the knee. Pressing back into extension. Dropping down to midline. Knees together. And we'll reverse. For those of you who have just started the NATEFIT mobility classes, you will notice the lateral tissue on the side of your hip. Doesn't feel good when you do internal rotation and abduction. That lets you know that tissue needs some work, so make sure you go nice and slow through these. Abduction, internal rotation, feel that squeeze in that tissue, press back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse. Abduction, external rotation, flexion, down to midline, knees together. We're going to do one more rep here. Flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, adduction, knees together, and reverse. Nice and slow. Excellent. We'll flip over to the other side. So again, our cars can be done in a lot of different positions. Being down on our side like this just locks our other hip in place so we can focus on just moving this joint. Whenever we talk about movement of the hip, we are talking about the bone that comes out of the hip, which is the femur. So if you notice, we are just moving the femur in socket. That's one. We're going to go 3. Point that knee to the ceiling. Rotate that ankle behind the knee, press the knee back, down to midline, knees together, and reverse with extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, return to midline, knees together, and one more rep here. Flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, adduction, knees together, and reverse. Excellent. We're going to go to our thoracic spine cars next. So kneeling down, again, this is one we do most classes because it's very important. If this is an uncomfortable position, put a pillow under your butt to get your hips up, or you can do it seated in a chair. We're going to take our hands, we're going to place them on our shoulders, dropping down into flexion. This is just tucking the rib cage down. Rotation, rotate those shoulders. Drop the shoulder down into lateral flexion. Extend up, flare that rib cage up as high as you can. Rotate to the other side. Dropping down and rotating back around in front. For those of you who haven't done a thoracic spine car before, we are just drawing a circle with our chest. Good, we'll do one more in that direction. Flexion, rotation, lateral flexion, extension, rotation, lateral flexion, back around in front. The thoracic spine, we'll go 3 in the other direction. The thoracic spine is the part of the spine the rib cage connects to. So this is all movements of the rib cage. You have 12 vertebrae. This is the part of the spine that moves the most. So we want to make sure it is moving. When we sit, we adapt to the positions that we're in most. And so our spine gets stuck in flexion. So we want to make sure that we can restore movement. The more your thoracic spine moves, the less likely you are to get lower back pain. Good, we'll do one more in that direction. Flexion, rotation, lateral flexion, extension, rotation, lateral flexion, and back around in front. Excellent. Next, we are going to do a hip flexion exercise. For most of you, this isn't going to feel very good. We're going to go into this position. We are going to flex the hip and move it over. So this is going to be done with a straight leg. For a lot of you, one of the hip flexors is your rectus femoris. It is the middle muscle in your quad. For some of you, this might cramp during this exercise, so just be cautious with it. You can have both legs out in front if you like. We're going to pick up one leg, high as you can, move it over, and drop it down. We're going to do 5 reps in each direction. That's 1. Again, slow and controlled with this. 2. 3. Again, if you're getting any cramping in that tissue, which I am close, just don't lift it quite as high. You can lean back to take some relief off of that as well. Last one here. Good. We'll go to the other side. Up, out, down. That's 2. That's 4. And last one, 5. Excellent. Next, we're going to go into our cat-cow spine segmentation. Again, we have 24 movable vertebrae in our spine, and we're going to try to move each one of those. So we're going to start with the hips, hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. We're going to rotate our hips down towards the ground, putting our lumbar spine, our lower back in extension. And we're going to very slowly travel up the spine, pressing the rib cage down, picking that chest up, picking the chin up, looking towards the ceiling, and we'll reverse, tucking the chin, tucking the head. Coming up through our upper back, pulling that rib cage in, pulling your belly in, and tucking your tail between your legs. And reverse, just with the hips. Traveling up the spine, nice and controlled. Picking that chest up, picking the chin up, looking up, and reverse. And one more. And back into flexion. Excellent. Next, we are going to focus on extension of our spine, really trying to stretch out this anterior tissue or the front tissue. So we're going to go into push-up position on the ground, and this is called a cobra stretch. So we're going to come up, looking up as high as we can, trying to keep the hips relatively on the ground, sticking that chest out, and we'll come down. When you do this, to stretch the anterior tissue more, so you're going to take in a deep breath. Make sure you let a little bit of air out so you don't pass out. And if you want to add more of a stretch, press your feet into the ground when you get to the top. We're going to do 5 of these. Deep breath in, come up, push that chest out. And down slow, exhale. I'm going to try not to talk during this because I'm holding my breath. Deep breath in. And you'll notice you get higher every time. Again, if you want to feel more of a stretch, press your feet into the ground at the top. Here we go. Deep breath in. That's 3. Deep breath in. 4. And one more. And 5. Excellent. Now we're going to work away at our hamstrings. So for this one, we're going to be in a half kneeling position. We're going to put one leg out in front. You should have a slight bend in your knee. We're going to point our toe to the ceiling. We're going to extend the lower back, keeping the chest up high. And then we're going to pull our chest forward till we feel a stretch. If you have extension in your lower back, it shouldn't be far before you feel a stretch. Once we get into our stretch position, we're going to press the heel down and paw back. We're going to do that for 5 seconds. We're going to repeat 5 times. So 5 seconds on, 5 seconds relax. Again, pressing the heel down and pulling back, feeling a big stretch in our hamstring. So chest up tall, pull the chest forward till you feel a stretch. Push down, paw back. We'll hold for 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Try to stay relatively in the same position even though you're trying to relax. Again, the more force you produce, the better result you will get. So press down, paw back. And you'll notice your chest might get a little bit more forward as you get more length in the hamstring, and relax, stay in position. And again, press down, paw back. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. We got 2 more. Chest up tall. And press down, paw back. Good. We got 1 more. Chest up tall. Pull forward with the chest. Press down, paw back. Safest, greatest effort. And relax. Come on out. And we will switch sides. If you need something to help you balance, you can grab a dowel. You can use a nightstand or a coffee table. So, slight bend in the knee, toes pointed towards the ceiling, chest up high, lean forward, feel the stretch in there, press down, paw back. Safest, greatest effort. And relax, stay in position, keep that chest high. And press down, paw back. Safest, greatest effort. And relax. Take a couple breaths. Chest up, lean forward, press down, paw back. And relax, chest high. Couple breaths. Okay, press down, paw back. Good. We got 1 more. Press down, paw back. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Come on out nice and slow. And then we're going to go into hip rotation. So next, we are going to go into our 90-90 position. 90 degrees in the front leg, 90 degrees in the back leg. Take your hands, place them behind you, and turn your shoulders towards that back leg. We're going to work the joint capsule here. So we're going to rotate the joint in socket. For some of you, it's not going to feel really good. You'll feel a pinch in your hip. From here, we're going to lift that knee up as high as we can. And then press back down actively. It's 1. We'll do 5 reps. Up, pull, pull, pull. Pressing down actively, that's 2. Up. 3. Keeping that other knee on the ground. 4. And last one, up, 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 up. And 5. Switching over to the other side. Coming up. 1. 2. 3. 4. Actively pressing down. And 5. Excellent. Okay, and we're going to finish off with some hip cars. Now that we've gained more range of motion in our hips, we will upload that information to the brain. Hands clasped together on your side. Here we go. Flexion, abduction, internal rotation. Feel that extra rotation. Pressing back into extension, down to our side, and reverse. Good. We're going to do 3 reps each side. And reverse. Good. One more time. Okay, other side. Final 3 reps here. And it should feel better than the first time you did it. Now that we have blood flow to that tissue, getting it working. And last one. Excellent. And that is another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT. If you enjoyed the class, please give us a thumbs up. Send a message in the comment section. Tell me what you liked about the class. Tell me what you want me to add for future classes. And this is your 15-minute free resource to create a movement habit. Please share with anybody that needs help moving. And we will see you tomorrow morning.